You're sweeter than strawberry pie, just like the morning your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone, or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, one website, summitcitysports.com. Live stream high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne area athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and summitcitysports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
With active science, just the overall objective of having better physical activity along with gaining knowledge and wisdom, it aligns with everything I stand for, with clear-eye view and having a determined belief, earned dreams and a focused vision.
So I got Grace the Magnificent here with me. So we're gonna go through a little activity. What I want you to do is try to get past me, NFL linebacker. You get past me, I'll do 10 jumping jacks. But if I tag you, then you do 10 jumping jacks, and then we'll flip it around and see if I can get past you, all right?
All right.
All right. Blue 42. Uh-oh. 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 2. Count it out.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
My grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
While the expansion of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is enhancing the experience for athletes around the area, Parkview Sports Medicine is doing the same inside of the expansion, introducing the brand new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, providing immediate access to the entire PSM team for athletes all around the region.
We have this team that we can take care of them from the moment they come in, present with their injury, take them all the way through to the point where they're ready to be back to the performance level that they came in pre-injury. We can provide just about anything that any of your walk-in clinics provide, but we definitely focus on musculoskeletal issues.
The Ortho Express Clinic meets athletes where they're at and when they're playing. The entire PSM team will be at an athlete's fingertips. Additionally, the clinic houses the region's only DEXA body composition assessment and a sports dietitian who can work with athletes on their dietary needs.
Some athletes, it might be a difference in their starting position. You know, they might see a number and say, wow, you know, I had no idea that was my body composition. How can I change this? And sometimes just seeing numbers is more motivating than just talking about, you know, maybe their calorie amount that they're taking in.
The advantage to having an Ortho Express clinic is the diversity of the hours. So people who have non-traditional work schedules should be able to get in. I think having athlete access on the athletic trainer side in the trenches, so to speak, and having them be able to get a hold of us or maybe send us a note and saying, hey, this patient's coming in, this is what I'm worried about, and it gives us a heads up.
Whether it's the use of treatment tables, the radiology room, cold whirlpool tank, or the traditional exam room, the Ortho Express Clinic gives patients a seamless experience all under one roof.
This is the type of facility you see in professional and high-level Division I athletics where you have everything right in one place. So if an athlete gets hurt playing basketball or volleyball on the other side, within the same facility they can get their physical therapy or an x-ray if needed just to rule out a fracture. That's stuff you hear about in the NFL, stuff you hear about at high-level colleges where kids just went downstairs and got an x-ray at halftime. We can actually do that in-house now. So it makes us kind of a state-of-the-art, unique facility.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Hutzel Athletic Center for this Crossroads League opening round matchup between your University of St. Francis Cougars, the number 2 seed in the Crossroads League tournament, entering today with a 23-7 overall record, hosting the number 7 seed, the Spring Arbor University Cougars out of Michigan. Spring Arbor, the number 7 seed, coming in with a 20-10 overall record. In the latest coaches top 25 poll, St. Francis has fallen 5 spots from number 3 to number 8. Indiana Wesleyan has jumped from number 6 to number 5. Bethel from number 16 to number 15. And Marion moves into the top 25. And at number 24, they have a 20-10 overall record, the same as Spring Arbor, and Spring Arbor has moved out of the top 25. Spring Arbor was ranked number 22 in the country. We're going to read from our game day program put together by Sports Information Director Bill Scott. February Frenzy is the title. New season starts tonight with second visit from SAU Cougars. Both new number 8 University of St. Francis and newly unranked Spring Arbor University seek a return to the win column in the quarterfinal round of the Crossroads League tournament. USF must forget about the 76-68 loss at Bethel on Saturday that cost the Cougars a tie for the Crossroads League regular season title, as well as 3 losses in the last 4 games. Spring Arbor was 18-14 and number 14 in the NAIA top 25 on January the 23rd, but the Michigan Cougars have gone 2-6 since then, including 5 losses in their last 6 games. SAU lost at league champion Indiana Wesleyan University 77-51 on Saturday. SAU's 3rd consecutive loss on the road, starting with an 82-60 loss at USF on January the 16th. This will be the 4th time Spring Arbor and USF have met in the Crossroads League tournament, all in the first or quarterfinal round. USF is 21-21 in conference tournament play, 20-8 in NAIA championship play, 2-4 in NAIA district tournament games, 43-33 overall in all postseason play. SAU is 2-0 at USF in conference tournament action, while USF is 1-0 at SAU. Spring Arbor's Zach Medendorf is number 4 in NAIA block shots with 63, number 6 in blocks per game at 2.1. Evan Henry ranks number 3 in NAIA assist to turnover ratio, and he's been right up near the top spot all season long. Bryce Linnup is number 18 in the NAIA field goal percentage at .596 and number 21 in offensive rebounds per game, averaging 3 per game. We got some crucial numbers for you. Number 3, USF has won its last 3 Crossroads League tournament opening round games, all at the Hutzel Athletic Center. 0. USF wins over Spring Arbor in 2 previous conference tournament meetings at the Hutzel Athletic Center. 7. USF wins against Spring Arbor in the last 8 meetings, including 2 wins this season. 14. USF's 14-5 against teams with a winning record, 4-4 in last 8 meetings, including a 76-68 loss at Bethel to end the regular season. Number 46. This is the 46th meeting between USF and Spring Arbor. USF leads the series 25-20. SAU scoring leader Paul Marindet out of Warsaw, Indiana, has been declared ineligible. The sophomore guard averaged 18.8 points per game in 27 games this season. His last game, I do believe, was the loss at home against Grace, 84-78. Marindet had 26 points, shooting 75% from the field and 89% from the free throw line. So Paul Marindet, one of the main reasons why Spring Arbor had been ranked in the top 25 virtually all season long until the latest poll, which came out yesterday. Marindet, his most impressive ranking is 157 assists on the season, which ranks him number 12 in the country, averaging 5.8 assists per game. Spring Arbor as a team ranks number 25 with 470 total assists. Spring Arbor does come in with 12 team rankings under its belt. St. Francis with 9 team rankings. For your Cougars, St. Francis led by 2-time All-American Bryce Linup, the 6'6", 225-pound center from Columbus, Indiana, is having another All-American type season. He was voted as the Crossroads League Player of the Year in the preseason rankings, and we fully expect him to keep that honor as Bryce comes in ranked number 50 in the country, averaging 17.6 points per game. Number 33 in the country, scoring 527 points this year. Number 49 in the country, averaging 7.8 rebounds per game. Number 31 in the country with 233 total rebounds. And his .596 field goal percentage ranks him number 18 in the country. That's Bryce Linup. For the Cougars, St. Francis ranks number 7 in the country, shooting 50% from the field, and number 48 in the country, shooting 37% from the field. Spring Arbor ranks number 14 in the country, shooting 49% from the field. Number 3 in the country, shooting 42% from beyond the arc. And number 14 in the country, shooting 76% from the free throw line. They're also a solid defensive squad, holding their opponents to just 72.4 points per game on the season, which ranks them number 20 in the country. St. Francis ranks number 29 in the country. Opposing teams are only scoring 73.8 points per game against your Cougars. We send it down now for the starting lineups and national anthems to today's Crossroads League opening round matchup. There we have it, folks. Starting lineups for today's big game. We do have live stats available. You can go to stfranciscougars.com. There's a link on the bottom right-hand corner, or of course, just visit dacstats.com, NAIA. This is game number 1 of the Crossroads League tournament. Indiana Wesleyan is hosting Taylor University. That's a 1 versus 8 seed. Number 4, Marion, is hosting Indiana or Huntington. Huntington had the same record as Mount Vernon Naz, but beat them both times head-to-head. And number 3, Bethel, is hosting number 6, Mount Vernon. In the center circle, that is Zach Mettendorf and Bryce Linnup, the 2-time All-American. His possession does go to SAU. A.J. Crawford, the freshman from New Haven, Michigan, New Haven High School, is running the point here in the absence of Paul Marindet. First bucket of the game goes to number 5, Mettendorf, as SAU goes up 2-0. That's Derek Heinen, the senior, playing in his first and only season with USF. Played 3 years at Huntington, dialing it up from long distance, and it rims in for Derek Heinen. His first three-pointer of the game gives the Cougars the lead, 3-2. Number 1, Ben Geschke, 6 foot 1 inch, 170-pound guard. He's a freshman from Medina, Ohio. Crawford back over to Mettendorf. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Number 3, Drew Zadima. Mettendorf, that's an illegal screen there, is pretty much a little contact with Chandler White, we'll say. Head coach for Spring Arbor is Ryan Cottingham. He's in his 19th season with the Michigan Cougars. Coach Lacrosse is in his 8th season with the University of St. Francis. Number 11's Connor Lotzenheiser back to Heinen. Nice take from the top of the key. Cannot finish. Tip out goes to Mettendorf. Down low, Mettendorf right-handed hook shot is good. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Mettendorf, who has both of the buckets for Spring Arbor. Nice take, Connor Lotzenheiser. Catch and dribble drive. His first bucket of the game gives the Cougars back to lead at 5-4. Your Fort Wayne Cougars. Geschke enters today averaging 20.9 minutes played and 4.6 minutes played. That's the freshman Brandon Drunell, right-handed hook shot off glass. Nice touch there by Drunell, who comes from Fort Wayne, Indiana Homestead High School. So Spring Arbor has done well recruiting out of the state of Indiana. We have Thomas Starks in attendance, who's sitting in the front row. You can see him there on the top of your screen. Just graduated from Spring Arbor. He was a Concordia Lutheran High School graduate. Three-pointer by Chandler White. Knocks it down. Chandler hits his first bucket of the game. Cougars take back the lead at 8-6. Good sign there for Chandler White. He has been an amazing player this year for Coach Chad Lacrosse. Really filling up the stat sheet. That's the second offensive foul going to be called on Spring Arbor. That one goes against A.J. Crawford. Crawford entering today, averaging 11.2 minutes played, 2.8 points played per game. Mettendorf sitting on the bench right next to his coaches. Obviously not dressed. Strong take by Lotzenheiser, rebounded by Linnup. Easy putback for the 2-time All-American Bryce Linnup. Crawford looking for Geschke. Finds Geschke near the timeline. Mettendorf, three-point attempt. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Wow. Pulls Spring Arbor to within 1. Mettendorf entering today is a 46% three-point shooter, hitting 19 of 41. He does stand 6'8", just 175 pounds. Mettendorf is a senior. Heinen catch and shoot, triple try is good. Derek Heinen, another three-pointer, extends the Cougar lead 13-9. Crawford out of the corner. St. Francis, really not much of a contest the first 2 times against Spring Arbor. Spring Arbor, this is a team that did beat Indiana Wesleyan at home. But the first time out, St. Francis winning at 83-73. Shot off the mark. Durnell comes up with the rebound. And then the second time here at the Hut, St. Francis winning at 82-60, and that was back on January the 16th. Went up with the board. Good box out on Bettendorf. Heinen working against Crawford. Heinen does such a great job driving, drawing contact on the block and finishing. That's Derek Heinen, number 34 for the Cougars. Derek's had a magical season here in his senior year. Another three-pointer by number 5, Zach Mettendorf. He is on fire, folks. So far in this game, he's got 10 points already. He's the game's leading scorer. Turnover by St. Francis. Henry looking for the foul. Mettendorf step back three-pointer, hand in his face. That one's no good. So Mettendorf's got the high hand. Coach Cottingham wants Spring Arbor to go to him often. Heinen, once again, another take in the lane. Had it swiped away by Zadima, the senior guard at 6'3", 188. Geschke pulls up, right-handed from 10 feet out, knocks it down. That pulls Spring Arbor to within 1, and now we got a charge foul going to be called against St. Francis. Chandler White's going to pick up his first. So at 14-24, we're going to have our first media timeout of the game. You're watching Cougar basketball, brought to you by Fort Financial Credit Union.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. Welcome back, everybody, to the Hutzel Athletic Center, where St. Francis leads it 15-14. This is the opening quarterfinal round of the Crossroads League tournament. Mount Vernon Naz currently has the lead over Bethel, 17-13. The Ohio Cougars have beaten Bethel during the regular season as well. St. Francis beating Mount Vernon Naz both times on the season. Feed goes back to Brandon Durnell. Quick feet there on the first touch. Nice work down on the block as Brandon Durnell gets his second bucket of the game. That's the true freshman. That gives Spring Arbor back the lead at 16-15. Austin Compton into the game, so too is Hunter Hollowell for 3. The true freshman, Hunter Hollowell, getting his scoring started right away. St. Francis takes back the lead at 18-16. Hunter has been fantastic, one of the better pure shooters in the freshman class in the Crossroads League for sure. Brandon Durnell. That is number 4, Tommy Hamilton. He has got a 3-point trigger for sure. Tommy Hamilton entering today as the number 18 ranked 3-point shooter in the country, hitting 46% of his shots. That pass was blindly deflected by Evan Henry, but a traveling going to be called on Drew Zadima, the senior. Tommy Hamilton, just a junior, at 6'2", 190. Also into the game is number 30, Jeff Beckman, the sophomore, at 6'6", 225 for Spring Arbor. Stephen Turner into the game for St. Francis as Bryce Linup gets a breather. 13:08 on the clock. Cougars up 18-16. Heinen. Austin Compton, always a highlight reel. Provides a lot of energy for this Cougar basketball team. Turner's being guarded by Beckman. We got man-to-man defense being played by Spring Arbor. Hollowell inside the arc with shot clock dwindling down. It's rebounded by Hamilton. Hamilton, a little bit of cushion. Stephen Turner's out with the defense. Durnell goes down low to Beckman. Good ball movement, finding the open. Brandon Durnell for 3. So that's what the big man, Brandon Durnell, brings to you. He can play down on the block, step out and hit the triple. Durnell entering today, averaging 6 points a game for Spring Arbor while shooting 34% from beyond the arc, hitting 21 of 61. Compton leaves it up for Stephen Turner. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Heinen. Derek looking for Turner down low, finds Hunter Hollowell out of the corner, and a quick first step for Hollowell as he gets called with the charge. Very similar to what we saw on the other end with Brandon Durnell, as I had mentioned earlier. 11:56 to play, 19-18. Bringing the ball up, that's Greshke. Crawford set to check back in for Spring Arbor. Crawford, 0 of 1 from the field. Long three-point attempt, nothing but the bottom of the net for Zadima. Back-to-back triple tries, bullseyes for Spring Arbor. They're up by 4, 22-18. Heinen being muscled up by Geschke. Geschke grabbed a bunch of his jersey, and Heinen still able to finish on the block. Great start to this game for Derek Heinen. Derek now with 10 points. That matches him with Mettendorf for a game high. Good jumper by Tommy Hamilton. Back to a 4-point advantage for Spring Arbor. Stephen Turner left all alone. Doesn't get much easier than that for Stephen. So we got a 30-second timeout taken by Spring Arbor. We'll stay right here. Currently St. Francis shooting 75% from the field on 9 of 12 shooting, 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. Spring Arbor's at 71%, 10 of 14 from the field, 4 of 5 from beyond the arc as well. So we've got a 3-point fest going on. Both the teams' leading scorers have 10 points. It's Derek Heinen for your Cougars and Zach Mettendorf for Spring Arbor. Linup has 2 rebounds. Henry with an assist. Crawford has 2 assists. Hamilton has got 2 rebounds. Both teams with 10 points in the paint. Brandon Durnell for Spring Arbor is 3 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from beyond the arc with 1 board and 7 points. He's a true freshman, folks, from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Homestead High School. Hamilton raises up from 16 feet and knocks it down. Back-to-back jumpers made for Tommy Hamilton. 26-22. Lotzenheiser being guarded by Geschke. Stephen Turner can hit the triple. He hit one last time out on senior day against Grace College, his first made on the year. Floater by Compton, no good. Rebounded by Linup with the putback. Bryce Linup doing what he does down on the block. I have not seen many play as well as Bryce Linup does down the low post. Hamilton hits the three-pointer. 29-24 is your score. Once again, Tommy Hamilton's attempted 97 three-pointers on the season, hitting 45 of them. Lob goes into Linup, cannot finish. Rebounded by Mettendorf. Crawford looking to go straight to the cup is walled off by Compton. Great defense being played by number 31. Hamilton, wow, he got some separation there from Evan Henry, but Turner was there with the block. see who the foul's going to go on. It goes against Steven with the body. 9:28 left to play. Spring Arbor is up 29-24 with Hamilton at the free throw line. Tommy entering today, shooting 79% from the charity stripe, hitting 48 of 61, hits the first. Chandler White and Billy Doslak checking in for Turner and Henry. Second attempt for Hamilton is left short. White with the board. 6-point ad for Spring Arbor, 30-24. Lotznizer hands it off to Doslak. Billy. And try to leave it for Bryce, who was tracked down by Compton. Now the pass to Doslak, loose ball picked up by Lotznizer. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Floater, no good. Picked up by Compton. Once again, dribbles out of traffic. Crawford picks him up on the defense. Lotznizer, left-hand take. 1-on-3, banged around on the block. No foul called. Crawford bringing it the other direction. Mettendorf wide open, top of the key, three-pointer left short. And Beckman cannot get the board as Chandler White outfights him. White now draws contact off Mettendorf. And we got a foul going to be called on number 5. Mettendorf, that's going to be his second, team's third. So Chandler White going to head to the free throw line on the season. Chandler, a 77% free throw shooter, hitting 85 out of 110. His 110 attempts are third best for St. Francis. Bryce Linnup's got 171 attempts, and Heinen 112. Mettendorf's going to have to check out here with 2 fouls. We'll see if we see him again in the first half. Chances are we will not. That's going to put a lot of pressure on Beckman. Also in the game now is Luke Barber, the junior. He stands 6'4", so the bigs on the floor are Barber and Brandon Durnell. Durnell listed at 6'6". Same height as Linnup's got the defense on number 23. Actually, they both wear number 23. A special number, obviously, Michael Jordan's when he was with the Bulls. 3-point attempt is good for Luke Barber. So 33-26 is your score. Compton, another strong take with the finish. For Austin, that's his first bucket of the game. 5-point advance for Spring Arbor. 3-pointer by Hamilton is good. Tommy Hamilton is in fuego right now, folks. He's got 11. Lead balloons to 8 points for Spring Arbor. They are on fire from beyond the arc, hitting 7 of 9 as a team. Billy Doslak answers from downtown. Billy brings St. Francis back to within 5. Durnell trying to back down Linnup. That's no easy task. Bryce Linnup, an extremely strong post player, as Crawford's 15-foot jumper was off the mark. Doslak working off the pick and roll! Bryce went straight to the cup, is fouled by Barber. For Barber, that's going to be his first. Got our second media timeout here at 6:51. You're watching Cougar Basketball, brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine.
Athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. Welcome back, everybody, to the Hutzel Athletic Center. Spring Arbor leads at 36-31, and folks, we have 12 3-pointers already made in this game. Wow. Currently, St. Francis 5 of 6 from beyond the arc, shooting 83%. Spring Arbor at 7 of 9, shooting 78%. Once again, entering today, Spring Arbor shooting 42% from beyond the arc as a team, which ranks them number 3 in the country. The Cougars at 37% ranks them number 48 in the country, as Bryce will miss that first free throw. Second free throw attempt on its way for Bryce. It's good. Linnup currently with 5 points in this game on the season. Bryce shooting 70% from the charity stripe. There's the hot hand, Tommy Hamilton. Hamilton, another 3-point attempt is good. Holy moly. We're going to add this one up, folks, but it's impressive here for Tommy Hamilton. Tommy now has 14 points. Six of the last 7 buckets made for Spring Arbor have all been from Tommy Hamilton. Compton. Oh, nice no-look down to Linnup. Linnup lost the handle, and that's going to be an OB on Luke Barber. Possession will stay with St. Francis, just 5 seconds left on the shot clock. So Connor Lotzenheiser is going to check out for your Cougars. With the inbounds pass will be Heinen. Quick lob into Linnup, who just fights his way straight to the cup. Misses on the shot, rebounded by Durnell. On the other end, Geschke. Over to Zadima. Zadima with 3 points in this game. Durnell, the freshman, has 7. Durnell trying to back down Linnup on the block. Doing a pretty good job. Left-hand hook shot's no good. Rebounded by White. Chandler pushing the pace. He's looking to go straight to the cup. 1-on-2. Outstanding move for number 10, Chandler White, finishing at the cup. That was a beautiful take by Chandler. He now has 7 points in this game. 39-34, 5:17 left. And they're going to call foul. I believe it's going to go against number 31, Austin Compton. So for Compton, his first, team's third. With 5:15 left to play in the first half, the Cougars, St. Francis with 3 fouls, Spring Arbor with 4. Barber, that pass was intended for, knocked away by Evan Henry. The freshman, Ben Geschke, with the inbound. Geschke entering today averaging 20.9 minutes played per game as a true freshman. Looking for Hamilton right at the timeline, and traveling going to be called on Tommy Hamilton. These refs have been all over the walk in this game. Coach Cottingham with some words for the ref. Cottingham cannot believe it. Compton working against Geschke. Compton, just a sophomore for St. Francis. Lob goes into Linnup, and he's going to be fouled by Hamilton. So Bryce going to head back. No, excuse me. It's going to be an inbound here for St. Francis with 5:03. left to play. Heinen gets it into Henry. Evan has yet to score in this game, the top 3-point shooter in the history of the Cougar basketball program. Chandler cannot finish as Durnell lost control but was able to track it back down. Geschke looking to get on his horse. Swatted by Chandler White. Get it out of here. Beautiful swat there by Chandler. As that's going to be Geschke on the inbounds. Catch and shoot. Triple try by Zadema's no good. Rebounded by Beckman. Beckman working against Linup. Lost control of it. Turnover by Spring Arbor. Spring Arbor, that's their 4th turnover of the game. St. Francis currently with 4. 4:38 left to play. 5-point advantage here for St. Francis. Or for Spring Arbor, excuse me. Far wings, Evan Henry. Linup. Nice no-look feed as, wow. White was met by Durnell and then blocked by Beckman. Double trouble. Hamilton working off the pick. Durnell being guarded by Hunter Hollowell. Those two went at it last year when Huntington North traveled and took on Homestead. 3-point attempt by Hamilton. He's starting to cool off here at the hut. Possession going to stay right with Spring Arbor. Foul's going to go against Evan Henry with the hold. Henry, that'll be his first, team's 4th. Crawford's going to check in for Hamilton. Hamilton's going to check out. He's 5 of 6 from the field, 3 of 3 from beyond the arc, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 foul, 14 points. For Tommy Hamilton. Once again, just a junior. Hamilton 6'2", 190 from Middleville, Michigan. Thornapple Kellogg High School. Durnell. Zadema driving through the baseline as his pass intercepted. Heinen. Derek gets it back from Evan. Over to White. Linup down on the block, being guarded by Beckman. Now double teamed by Crawford. Heinen, 3-point try, no foul called. As it's rebounded by Crawford. After the attempt, Heinen hit the floor after contact from Zadema. Geschke with the step back there. It's pretty. Feed goes back to Geschke. Durnell driving from beyond the arc, and he's going to be fouled. Durnell was tied up there by Hunter Hollowell, but the foul goes against Bryce Linup. Stephen Turner now checking in. Excuse me, folks. Ate some popcorn before the game. Guess that's not a good idea. Crawford gets it into Zadema, back to Durnell out of the corner. Durnell working against Turner now. Tried to go back to the right. Durnell was looking for the foul. Heinen finds Hollowell, catch, shoot, triple try, knocks it down with the push. Heinen cannot believe it. Number 3, Zadema hit him in the chest. Sweet 3-point make. Cougars now on a run. As we pull within 2, 37-39. St. Francis currently on a 5-0 run. Geschke's going to be fouled by Hunter Hollowell. So Zadema looks, this is that replay of Chandler White's block, which we will bring back to you. First free throw attempt is no good by Geschke. Entering today's game, Geschke is shooting 81% from the free throw line, hitting 17 of 21. Tommy Hamilton's back in for Spring Arbor. Linup and Compton checking in for St. Francis. Keeps on going back to the beginning. So the score will remain at 39-37 after the 2 misses from the 81% free throw shooter. Henry for 3, knocks it down. Evan and the Cougs take back the lead at 40-39. Huge three-pointer. So at 1 point, Spring Arbor with an 8-point lead in this game. Crawford straight to the cup, no good. Hollowell with the board. Did a good job of not stepping on Compton. Hunter all alone. Evan Henry out of the corner. Can't lose him. Back-to-back three-pointers for Evan Henry, and the Cougars are rolling up 43-9. We got a timeout here at the hut called by Coach Ryan Cottingham. That's a 30-second timeout. We can take another look here at this three-pointer. Not sure how Evan Henry, of all people, gets left alone. Boom, that was on the top wing. So USF up 43-39 over SAU. Big run there for St. Francis. The Cougars, after Tommy Hamilton's last three-pointer made, which gave them 39 points, St. Francis since then are on an 11-0 run. Cougars on an 11-0 run to take back the lead here, up 43-39. Good take by Henry. Compton gives it back to Evan. Evan Henry once again the all-time leader in the Cougar basketball program in three-pointers made. As Hollowell, just a little bit of miscommunication there. Checking back in for Spring Arbor is Zadima along with Beckman. Crawford. We're approaching 1 minute left to play here in the first half. This is the first half of the quarterfinal round of Crossroads League tournament play. The best conference tournament in the NAIA. Durnell working against Chandler White. Both of those guys from the Fort Wayne area and traveling going to be called on Durnell. That is the 6th turnover for Spring Arbor. At one point in this game, Spring Arbor had 3 and St. Francis had 4, but currently Spring Arbor has 6, St. Francis with 4. 43 seconds remaining. It's Compton working against Crawford. And Compton's shot was blocked by Durnell. Possession to stay with St. Francis as it went out of bounds to the baseline. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Linup, Compton, nice work down low as Compton finishes over Crawford. Beautiful strong take for Austin Compton. His first bucket of the game. No, excuse me, his second bucket of the game extends that Cougar lead to 6 points. St. Francis on a 13-0 run here towards the end of the first half. See if the Cougars can keep Spring Arbor off the board during that stretch. Durnell trying to fight through Linup. Easier said than done. Misses, and Hunter Hollowell gets the rebound. St. Francis going to take a 45-39 lead into the half. Folks, you're watching Cougar basketball. Brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine. We're taking a 9-minute break, and we'll be back with you for some of the first half statistics.
Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, one website, summitcitysports.com. Live stream high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne area athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and summitcitysports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
With active science, just the overall objective of having better physical activity along with gaining knowledge and wisdom, it aligns with everything I stand for, with clear-eye view and having a determined belief, earned dreams and a focused vision.
So I got Grace the Magnificent here with me. So we're gonna go through a little activity. What I want you to do is try to get past me, NFL linebacker. You get past me, I'll do 10 jumping jacks. But if I tag you, then you do 10 jumping jacks, and then we'll flip it around and see if I can get past you, all right?
All right.
All right. Blue 42. Oh. Two. Count it out.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
My grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
While the expansion of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is enhancing the experience for athletes around the area, Parkview Sports Medicine is doing the same inside of the expansion, introducing the brand new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, providing immediate access to the entire PSM team for athletes all around the region.
We have this team that we can take care of them from the moment they come in, present with their injury, take them all the way through to the point where they're ready to be back to the performance level that they came in pre-injury. We can provide just about anything that any of your walk-in clinics provide, but we definitely focus on musculoskeletal issues.
The Ortho Express Clinic meets athletes where they're at and when they're playing. The entire PSM team will be at an athlete's fingertips. Additionally, the clinic houses the region's only DEXA body composition assessment and a sports dietitian who can work with athletes on their dietary needs.
Some athletes, it might be a difference in their starting position. They might see a number and say, wow, I had no idea that was my body composition. How can I change this? And sometimes just seeing numbers is more motivating than just talking about, maybe their calorie amount that they're taking in.
The advantage to having an Ortho Express Clinic is the diversity of the hours. So people who have non-traditional work schedules should be able to get in. I think having access on the athletic trainer side in the trenches, so to speak, and having them be able to get a hold of us or maybe send us a note and saying, hey, this patient's coming in, this is what I'm worried about, and it gives us a heads up.
Whether it's the use of treatment tables, the radiology room, cold whirlpool tank, or the traditional exam room, the Ortho Express Clinic gives patients a seamless experience all under one roof.
This is the type of facility you see in professional and high-level Division I athletics, where you have everything right in one place. So if an athlete gets hurt playing basketball or volleyball on the other side, within the same facility, they can get their physical therapy or an x-ray if needed, just to rule out a fracture. That's stuff you hear about in the NFL, stuff you hear about at high-level colleges where kids just went downstairs and got an x-ray at halftime. We can actually do that in-house now. So it makes us kind of a state-of-the-art, unique facility.
Pilates therapy is using the Pilates technique in a therapeutic way. Pilates itself is just using, we would use equipment, Pilates equipment, to work on precise movement patterns in the Pilates method in that rehabilitation process. The benefit of doing Pilates with the therapy, the biggest benefit is to work on smaller muscle groups and precise movement patterns that you're going to get with using the Pilates method. In this method, if you just come in with low back pain, or you have some shoulder pain, or you have some other pains that aren't surgically repaired, the Pilates method is very effective in utilizing those smaller muscle groups that are attached from the core into the shoulders or to the hips to strengthen from the inside out. It very much works posture. In this day and age, posture is a huge thing with people, sitting at desks, keeping the head forward.
Anybody can benefit from Pilates. Definitely athletes, performers, dancers, gymnasts, but also people, chronic pain, back pain, shoulder pain, teenagers, even women going through pregnancy or postpartum can also benefit from Pilates.
Pilates is for everyone, and including men, especially men. Men get tight as they age, decrease in flexibility in the hamstrings, in their spine. Now you have many professional athletes doing Pilates, LeBron James, Jake Arrieta, Antonio Brown, and they're finding the benefits of getting the elongation of the muscles and the strengthening and the balance and the control that helps them during their sport. And we are the only clinic in Fort Wayne that services both physical therapy and Pilates at the same time, that you can get a Pilates-based rehabilitation.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. Welcome back, everyone, to the Hutzel Athletic Center. We are at halftime. St. Francis leading it 45-39. The Cougars using a 13-0 run to end the first half to regain the lead from Spring Arbor. At that point, Spring Arbor was up 39-32 after a Tommy Hamilton three-pointer. Tommy Hamilton at one point had hit 6 of Spring Arbor's 7 buckets there towards the end of the first half, but after that three-pointer made, they did not make another shot. Let's take a look at some of the stats here. Spring Arbor got 10 points from Zach Mettendorp. All 10 of those came in about the first 3 minutes of play for Mettendorp. 3 rebounds. Brandon Durnell with 7 points, 3 rebounds. Geschke with 2 points. Zadima with 3 points and a rebound. Tommy Hamilton, 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 12 minutes and 47 seconds played. 5 of 8 from the field, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Luke Barber had 3 points. Ben Geschke led the team in minutes played, with 18 minutes played. Jurnell at 17 minutes, 43 seconds. Looking at St. Francis. 7 points coming from Chandler White, 5 rebounds. 5 points for Bryce Linnop, 4 rebounds. 6 points for Evan Henry, 2 of 2 from the field, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. 3 rebounds. 2 points for Connor Lotzenheiser, 10 points for Derek Heinen, 3 points for Billy Doslak. Stephen Turner with 2 points. Compton with 4 points. Hunter Hollowell with 6 and 2 rebounds. Leading the Cougars in minutes played was Linnop at 15:56. White and Evan Henry both at 15:17. Derek Heinen played 13:42 there in the first half. Spring Arbor 15-29 from the field, shooting 52%, 8 of 12 from beyond the arc, shooting 67%, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. St. Francis 17 of 30 from the field, 57%, 8 of 10 from beyond the arc, 80%, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Spring Arbor points off turnover 7-4. Points in the paint 18-10 St. Francis. Second chance points 8-0 St. Francis. And points off the bench 17-15 Spring Arbor. Last field goal made for Spring Arbor was with 6:31 left to play in the first half. So the final 6:30 of the first half, Spring Arbor did not score. That's an outstanding stat there for St. Francis. For St. Francis, last field goal came with 31 seconds left, and that was the lay-in by Austin Compton. Largest lead of the game, 8 by Spring Arbor, and that came at 7:39. So they had their largest lead of the game, and then a minute later, they never score again. For St. Francis, largest lead is by 6, and that came at 15:24 left in the first. There was 0 ties, but 9 lead changes there in the first half. In an extremely exciting first half where the teams once again combined for a lot of three-pointers. 18 of 22 made, as you saw Chandler White scooped up that little kid. This little kid ran on the floor as the Cougars are getting ready for shoot-around. Chandler was able to scoop him up. So nice grab there for Chandler White. 2 minutes left before the start of the first half. We're going to take one more break before second half action here in the quarterfinal round of the Crossroads League Tournament, brought to you by Fort Financial Credit Union.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. You good? You recording? Welcome back to the Hutzel Athletic Center, folks. Indiana Wesleyan, it's not looking like they're going to get upset tonight at Lucky Arena. They're up 51-29 over Taylor. Mount Vernon Nazarene now up 41-40 against Bethel, so Bethel coming back strong in that one. And Marion and Huntington, I will find that score for you. Marion University, they never used the DAC stats, and Taylor University is not using DAC stats today either. So you got to get on their website to track them. So we will do just that for you, as I will have that score for you momentarily. Huntington University finishing as the 5th seed. Marion as the number 4 seed. Marion creeping into the top 25 rankings for the first time this season. And Huntington's up 51-45 over the Marion. University Knights back to the action here at the Hut, as that was Chandler White taking a strong or hard fall there. Crawford out to Durnell, long three-point attempt, 24-footer, no good. Henry bringing it up for the Cougs. White. Ball gets back to Chandler. Lotzenheiser. Linnup now down the block, working against Bettendorf. Linnup's going to win that one all day. He's got about 40 pounds on Zach Bettendorf. Bryce getting the scoring started for St. Francis here in the second half. Cougars up now by 8, their largest lead of the game, 47-39. Bettendorf doubled up by Heinen. Geschke, Crawford. Crawford catch and drive. Bettendorf's three-pointers left short. Bettendorf started off this game, hit 2 3-pointers. Back-to-back, too. So Bryce now with another bucket. Linnup currently with 9 points. Geschke, left-hand take, pulls up from 16, drains it. So that's going to stop the Cougar run at 17-0. Huge run there for the Cougs. St. Francis currently up by 8. Lotzenheiser draws contact and gets the bucket to fall off glass. Connor Lotzenheiser, his 4th point of the game. Connor, this will be his first free throw attempt. Entering today, Connor shooting 68% from the free throw line, hitting 41 of 60. First free throw. No good. So it'll remain in a 2-point play. Hamilton. If Tommy Hamilton can get hot again, that's one good way for Spring Arbor to get back in this game. Him and Bettendorf together as the feed goes down low to Zdema. Tough shot for Zdema with the make off glass. Nice pull up. Derek Heinen. Derek, that's his 12th point of the game. He was sitting with a team high 10 for a long time as he got those early in the first. And that was Zdema who tried to go to the left. He's going to be fouled and head to the free throw line to shoot 2. For Zdema, this is his first trip in the game. Fouls called on Evan Henry, his 2nd, team's first. Bettendorf chatting it up with Coach Cottingham. Bettendorf did have to sit a lot of the first half there with 2 fouls. As the first one is good for Zdema. He's got 6 points now. In the first half, Bettendorf played 7 minutes and 51 seconds. .45 now to 53, excuse me. Lotzenheiser baseline drive. 17-15 remaining here in the second half. Kick out, wide open, Chandler White, 3-pointer left short, Bettendorf with the board. So the winner of this game will play the winner of Bethel and Mount Vernon Naz. Last we checked, Mount Vernon Naz was up 41-40 in the second half. Foul's going to go against Derek Heinen with the block. Derek, that'll be his first, team's 2nd. Hamilton now on the inbound. Geschke over to Beckman. Beckman has yet to score in this game. Played a lot of minutes there in the first half when Bettendorf was on the bench. Bettendorf gets it to fall. He'll look to convert the 3-point play. So Bettendorf in this game has yet to attempt a free throw. on the season, a 76% free throw shooter. Knocks it down. 5-point ad now for St. Francis. White. And they're going to call a charge on Chandler as Tommy Hamilton went flying. The main reason is Chandler's just that much stronger than Hamilton. Really did not look that bad, but I think they're going to say a push off with the arm. Hamilton, obviously, he was going to let himself dramatically go sliding on the floor. Smart move by the junior, sharpshooter. Hamilton working against Evan Henry, goes off glass. So now it is a 7-0 run that's been put together by Spring Arbor as they pull to within 3. Remember, the Cougars using a 17-0 run for their largest lead at 10 points, 49-39. Heinen could not finish. Beckman with the board. Mettendorf looking for the crossover, was double teamed by Heinen and Linup. Zadima on the near wing, looking for that pick and gets it. Beckman, just a sophomore, 6'6", 225. Looking for work on the block, but a foul is going to be called on Bryce Linup with the block. Coach Lacrosse cannot believe it. We got a media timeout here at 15:32. You're watching Cougar Basketball, brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine.
Athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship. Welcome back to the Hutzel Athletic Center. Coming out this media timeout here in the second half. St. Francis up 53-50 over Spring Arbor, the Michigan Cougars. Looks like Huntington's up now 59-51 over Marion with 16:25 left. Over at Indiana Wesleyan, they still lead it. They're at halftime, 51-29. And the rest of the scores, it's Bethel taking the lead over Mount Vernon Nass, 52-51 after Bethel led the majority of the way. So if Bethel can win that game, then they would still travel to St. Francis to take on the Cougars. If Spring Arbor won, then Bethel would host Spring Arbor. First free throw is good. So too the second, as Spring Arbor pulls to within 1. Spring Arbor currently on a 9-0 run. Compton trapped there at half court, gets over Lotzenheiser. Man, Spring Arbor not happy about the non-travel call. They just erupted over here on the left side. Floater, and no good. Rebounded by Beckman. Hamilton, no look. Out of the corner, Zadima, it's good. 13-0 run now. A game of runs we have here at the Hut as SAU takes the 2-point lead. Last time the Cougars scored was a jumper by Derek Heinen to give them their 53rd. At the time, they were up 53-43. Lotzenheiser left short. Nice rebound by White. Compton. Lotzenheiser on the near wing. Compton top of the key. No look, finds Lit up down low, fighting through the contact. Bryce is going to end that run at 12-0. And we are tied at 55. Bryce now with 11 points, bailing the Cougars out of a jam. Hamilton's three-pointers left short. Contested by White. Heinen has numbers. Lotzenheiser, leaves it for Linup. Uncontested, another one for Bryce. Cougars take back the lead at 57-55. Beckman down low, working against Compton. Beckman initiating the contact there, dipping that right shoulder. Anytime you dip the shoulder, they're going to call him the offensive guy. Mettendorf's going to leave the game for Spring Arbor. St. Francis on a 4-0 run. Far wing is Derek Heinen. Linup went up for the pick. Got a zone defense being played here by Spring Arbor. Both bigs into the game for St. Francis. Turner and Linup. Catch and shoot for Hunter Hollowell. A huge three. St. Francis now on a 7-0 run. Runs upon runs upon runs. It's been a fun game. This is Crossroads League tournament action as Crawford on the other end hits the jumper. Crawford just his first 2 points of the game. His team down by 3. Derek lobs it in. Linup nearly lost it. Easily tracks it down. Lob goes into Bryce, right through Beckman, and the finish. Bryce Linup eating it up here in the second half, now at 15. (62-57). St. Francis taking back control now after that 12-0 run by Spring Arbor. Missed shot by Zadima. Spring Arbor just not the same team when Mettendorf's not on the floor. Loose ball picked up by Drunell. Hamilton, 13-foot. Jumper's good. Tommy Hamilton now with 18 points, and that leads all scorers. Bryce Linup's 15 leads St. Francis. Turner gives it back to Derek. Drunell with the defense on Turner. Beckman's got the defense on Linup. Heinen, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Right-handed take. And foul going to be called on the floor. Crawford with the reach in. Mettendorf's going to check back in along with Ben Geschke. Beckman and Zadima out. St. Francis finishing up the regular season on the road in Mishawaka against Bethel and losing 76-68. Catch and shoot. Hunter Hollowell off the heel. Rebounded by Geschke. Geschke kicks out to Hamilton. Drunell back over to Tommy in the corner. Working off that pick by Drunell. Crawford, elbow. High arcing jump shot, no good. Mettendorf with the board, but a foul going to be called on Turner, number 22, as Austin Compton was off to the races. Compton was looking to go coast to coast with the Tomahawk Jam on the other end. Unfortunately, possession is going to stay with Spring Arbor, 29 seconds on the shot. Drunell gives it back to Hamilton for the three-pointer, it's good. Tommy Hamilton back-to-back buckets. We are tied at 62. Hamilton, game high, 21. We'll check Tommy Hamilton's season high as Heinen strong take. He's going to head to the free throw line looking for the and one. That breaks the 5-0 run. Tommy Hamilton on the season has a season high 22, and that was the game against Goshen on January the 2nd. 3-pointers made, 4 against Bethel and Goshen. So those are your season highs for Mr. Hamilton, who's looking like he's going to eclipse it. 65-62 after the 3-point play by Derek Heinen. Heinen's going to check out of the game with 15 points. His 15 ties Lynn up with a team high. Janelle hands it off to Crawford. Hamilton's step back jumper from 17 is good. He's just on fire. Coach Ryan Cottingham has given Tommy Hamilton the green light. Lotzenheiser has to rise up to receive that pass. 15 elbow jumper by White off the heel. Nice rebound by Lotzenheiser. And Brandon Janelle runs right through Steven Turner. He's going to be called with the foul. Janelle's first. Pushing through the screen. Today's officials are Charles Russell, Jason Enrique, and Michael T. Ingram. Nice work by Wes Davenport, manager for the Cougs. Cleaning the floor. Hollowell. Hollowell back over to Compton. 15 on the shot clock. Compton had it taken away, but then Steven Turner rips it right away from Tommy Hamilton. We got White on the block there momentarily, as Zach Mettendorf's going to be called with a foul. That'll be his third. Team sixth. Currently 16 fouls for St. Francis. First free throw attempt, up and in for Connor. It's 9:30 left to play. This game is flying by. So Lotzenheiser sinks them both. Extends that lead back to 3 points. 67-64. Janelle on the far wing. Gives it back to Geschke. Handoff intended for Hamilton. Nice tip out by Lotzenheiser. Tried to save it from going OB. Great hustle as the whole Cougar bench jumped off their seats to help Lotzenheiser off the floor. Saw Derek Heinen was the first one here in his senior year, really providing leadership for the Cougars. The roll goes to Geschke. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Geschke pulling up from 14, no good, as Compton saves it to White. Three major runs in this game. St. Francis currently with the hot hand. Lotzenheiser, left hand, draws body. But Mettendorf, that's going to be his fourth foul, so Mettendorf picking up 2 right away. Lotzenheiser currently a perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Second for Lotzenheiser. That one rims in. So after missing the first, Latzenheiser hits the second, 68-64. Last field goal from Spring Arbor was the jumper by Tommy Hamilton. Catch and shoot, just a bit long there for Zedema. Drew Zedema now is 3 of 6 from the field with 10 points. Spring Arbor, 55%. Beautiful find to Bryce Linup for his 17th point of the game. He and Derek Heinen having a special, special season. $17 points is a team high for Linup. Janelle cannot finish, but he'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2. So we got our second media timeout here at 7:52. You're watching Cougar Basketball, brought to you by Fort Financial Credit Union.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. Welcome back, everybody. St. Francis leading it 70-64. 6-point ad. Cougars are currently on a 5-0 run, as this game was 65-64 St. Francis. It's Brandon Durnell at the free throw line looking to break it, as it's no good. Durnell currently with 7 points, has not scored here in the second half. Second one's good. $65-70. White to Latzenheiser. Step back 3-pointer for Connor Latzenheiser. $73-65. Hamilton. That one's good as well. Tommy Hamilton continuing his career night with 26 points. He's on fire. This will be a night to remember for Tommy Hamilton. Now 10 of 14 from the field and 5 of 7 from beyond the arc. But Bryce Linup just cannot be stopped. Pick set by Beckman. It's illegal. Screens, that's his second foul. Team's 8th. Inside 7 minutes at 6:45. Henry back to Heinen. Derek, the team's second leading scorer, fights through the contact and the bucket will fall. Heinen now is 17 in this one. Foul goes against Drew Zedema, his first, team's 9th. 78-68. Three-pointer off the mark. Beckman's put back, no good. White comes out with it. Ooh, what a play! Oh, and the miss. Unbelievable ball movement right there. I did capture. We're going to have to take a look when we get a moment. Great ball movement. Folks, usually, the national tournament always was held at Branson for 18 years. This year it's going to be at Sioux Falls in Iowa. Beautiful venue in Sioux Falls. But Branson, just so many attractions in that city. It really is one of the best places to host the tourney. But either way, the referee's always just so impressed with the passing of St. Francis. Chandler White, three-pointer is good. Cougars are rolling up 81-68. We got a timeout going to be taken. It's a full timeout. We're going to stay right here as we're going to check out the ball movement here on the offensive end for St. Francis. Chandler White in control has Derek Heinen. Now Evan Henry gets it. Bryce down low. You saw the dart by Chandler. Just misses on the lane, so couldn't finish. But wow, what a neat looking play right there for your Cougars. We talked about Derek Heinen, the leadership from the senior. He's been doing this all year long, driving to the cup and finishing. Derek, left-handed take, bodied up with Geschke, splits he and Hamilton. Excuse me, that was Zedema and Hamilton, and finishes. He would go on to hit the free throw and complete the three-point play. And one more time, this is Heinen. Oh, it's this one that always wants to start at the very, very beginning. He'll get the rebound here out of the corner. Cougars push it up. Derek Heinen looking down on the block, finds Bryce. Bryce has that separation. Nice pocket pass. Right there in the lineup. So St. Francis, the Cougars are rolling. At halftime, St. Francis was up 45-39. The Cougars did lose the lead for a second here in the second half at 55-53 after a 12-0 run by Spring Arbor, but it's been all St. Francis since then. Hamilton. And looks like a reach-in foul going to be called on Lotzenheiser, number 11. So for Connor, that'll be his first. Lotzenheiser, just a sophomore from Crestview High School out of Convoy, Ohio. So Hamilton to attempt two. Or front end of the 1-and-1, excuse me, no good. Tracked down by Lotzenheiser. Another timeout called by Coach Ryan Cottingham. It's a 30-second timeout. We're going to stay right here and get you some score updates. At Indiana Wesleyan, the Wildcats lead it 79-53 over Taylor University. At Marion University, the Knights are losing to Huntington 80-71. Huntington, one of the top point guards in the Crossroads League, and Mike Bush, he's a triple-double threat. And we'll take a look here, the webcast on DAC stats. Mount Vernon Naz up 70-68 over Bethel. Winner of this game plays the winner of that game. And I guess that does it for Crossroads League Tournament score updates. Heinen, we're inside 5 minutes to play. Chandler White currently with 10 points in this game for St. Francis as Heinen once again off glass. 83 now to 68. Triple's good. Zidima. So that's going to end a 10-0 run right there for St. Francis. St. Francis 10-0 run. The 17-0 run at the end of the first into the second was the big one for your Cougars. Henry, three-pointer, that one's no good. Evan was 2 of 2, but Lotzenheiser is going to be called with the foul. Got a little bit of the arm. .409 left in this one, a 12-point advantage for St. Francis. If St. Francis wins this game, we will host the semifinal matchup, 3 p.m. this Saturday. Will it be Bethel? Will it be Mount Vernon Naz? St. Francis split with Bethel on the year. Did lose last time out, 76-68 this past Saturday. And against Mount Vernon Naz, beat them 86-70 at Mount Vernon. And here at the Hut, won 77-70. First free throw attempt was good. Second one is no good for Geschke. But nice steal for Geschke as it knocked away by Lotzenheiser. And Geschke going to head back to the free throw line as we're in the double bonus. Ben Geschke hit the first, missed the second just moments ago. This is the first on this one. Some help from the Cougar student section. Entering today, Geschke, an 81% free throw shooter, but is 1 of 5 in this one. Second one no good as well, rebounded by White, so that free throw percentage is going to drop drastically after this one. Mettendorf called with the foul. That'll be his 5th. He gone. Spring Arbor has struggled without Mettendorf on the floor. So Spring Arbor is currently 12 of 22 from beyond the arc, not nearly as hot as they were in the first half. St. Francis at 11 of 17. So neither team shooting it as hot as they did in the first half from beyond the arc, but I don't know of many teams that can keep up that pace. 18 of 22. Lotzenheiser hits the first. Second one for Connor. That one's no good. So Lotzenheiser is now 5 of 7 from the free throw line. That was rebounded by Barber. Barber with the pick as the ball makes its way out to Zidima. Long three-pointer. So 87-72. Cougars up by 15. Excuse me, 87-75. That's what I had. Yep, 84-75. That's what I had. So a 9-point ad currently. Thought I was the one messing up the stats up here. Cougar fans just looking at the officials in disbelief. Both teams with 9 turnovers. Shot was just swatted by Linnup. They say Lotzenheiser's foot was on the baseline with the save attempt. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Henry nearly had to swipe. 3-point attempt by Janelle's no good. White with the board. 2:35 in count. And blocking foul going to be called. That is Hamilton. That'll be his second. So White going to head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Chandler perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 3 of 10 from the field. Once again, Wesley Davenport getting it done for St. Francis. First for White. It's no good off the heel. Chandler, a 77% free throw shooter entering tonight's game. Stephen Turner's due to check in. Misses them both. Tip out picked up by Durnell. Hamilton had it swiped away by Linup. Picked up by Geschke for 3. Rattles in. We're going to have a timeout being called by Coach Ryan Cottingham. 84-78. You're watching Cougar basketball, brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine.
Athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. Back here at the Hut, 84-78. St. Francis with the lead, been leading it all second half except for one moment where SAU went up 55-53. St. Francis using a 17-0 run from the end of the first half to the start of the second half to build up a big lead at 49-39. But then a 12-0 run for Spring Arbor left it at 55-53. That was responded by a 7-0 run by St. Francis, and the Cougars have not looked back. Big shout out to Coach Jeremy Elder and the Cougar cheerleading squad winning the Crossroads League Invitational this past Friday. Marion competed, and Bethel and Indiana Wesleyan. So big shout out to all the coaches of those 4 squads and all the performers as they did a great job. Price with the one-hand slam. Lina now with 21. Eight-point advantage now. But competitive cheerleading, Coach Jeremy Elder for St. Francis, as the jumper is good there by Zadima, is certainly, he's really setting the tone here in the NAIA as far as competitive cheerleading is concerned. In St. Francis' first year, the Cougars finished 5th at Nationals, but many believe that the performance was much better than the place. And then last year, St. Francis took 2nd at Nationals. So the Cougars have only been competing in competitive cheer for 3 years now, so this is the 3rd. And have a 5th place national finish and a 2nd place national finish. Coach Elder looking to take the championship this year in his 3rd year of competitive cheer. But now with 4 other teams in the Crossroads League getting a squad together and competing, it's good to see the growth of the sport in the Crossroads League. Ball's kicked out. White, nice jump stop in the lane. Chandler White with the lay-in. And it's a beautiful one. 88-80 now is your score. Spring Arbor did not compete, and they have not been at any of the competitive cheerleading meets, but in Michigan, Siena Heights is a big-time program, and Concordia, I believe, out of Michigan. Fouls called on 34, Heinen, his second. 47.1 seconds remains. St. Francis holds on to win this game. We will be hosting on Saturday with a 3 p.m. tip-off. First one's good. Bethel is currently up 75-73. It's a tight one. Either way, the game's going to be here at the Hut. Second one, no good. Rebounded by Lina. Nice feed to Lotzenheiser through the contact. 90-81, 38 seconds remaining. It's got to be nothing but three-pointers as Zedema leaves that one short, and Chandler White's going to be fouled. Chandler White, another very productive game with 10 or 12 points and 10 rebounds. At the free throw line, where Chandler is currently 2 of 4, missed his last two, hits the first. Back to a 10-point advantage. On the camera is Matt Runyon, freshman football player here at St. Francis. He got his first national championship ring as part of the Cougar football program this year after St. Francis beat Reinhardt in the championship 24-13. And a good game, mostly for your Cougars. Chandler with 14 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists. 11 rebounds for Chandler. We're going to talk to him afterwards. As first free throw. Remember, Cougars entering today, losers 3 out of their last 4. Big win here for St. Francis as Michael Logan's going to check in along with a bunch of other guys. Meaning number 13, Devin Tennant. Number 20, Billy Doslak. Number 3, Conlon Martin. And number 4, James Marbury, all checking in the game for the Cougs. As the starters leave to a round of applause. Heinen missed on the first. Long break here between the first and the last free throw. So Mayberry now in for Heinen. Derek's going to check out with 21 points. That'll tie Bryce Linnup for a team high. White with 11 rebounds, a team high. It's number 21 for Spring Arbor, Rick Hall. Number 12 is Connor Cottingham. Jumper off the mark. Good rebound for number 24, Connor Pelham. So that does it. St. Francis wins it 93-83. We will head down to talk with Coach Cross. So St. Francis wins it 93-83, and down on the floor is Coach Chad Lacrosse. Coach, great win here in the opening round of the Crossroads League tournament. These two teams combined to make 18 of 22 three-pointers there in the first half. It was really exciting, but a 17-0 run to end the first and start the second half for the Cougs seemed to be the difference in this one.
Yeah, I thought that was huge for us, and I think Derek came out with 2 minutes to go, and honestly, Compton gave us a pretty big spark, but those guys kind of rallied around. And then I thought Derek came out the second half and really took it to him, was aggressive, made great decisions, worked the basketball. He just got to settle down, and he settled down a little bit, and he had a great game, as well as everybody else. I thought it was a great team effort. It's frustrating that, again, another team came in here and shot really well from the perimeter from us, but, that stuff can happen when we're shooting it like we are. So, but we got to buckle down, and things weren't easy for us. They put up a fight, and obviously they didn't want their season to end tonight, and they did a great job executing. But I thought our guys just did a little bit better job.
Did a great job of keeping Bryce Linup out of foul trouble. Is that kind of the main theme here as we continue on in the Crossroads League tournament?
Well, yes and no. Obviously we need Bryce on the floor as much as possible, but he can't play with an attitude where I'm not going to foul. He's got to play aggressive. He's got to be physical. When he's at his best, he's doing those things. So he can't think about that. He just has to play. And I thought there was stretches during the second half where we stopped thinking and just played and flowed, and it was actually fun to see that, and our guys enjoyed it. So that was nice to see, and we just got to continue that.
Yeah, there was the one pass, Coach, where I think Heinen went down to Linup, then Bryce found a darting Chandler. He didn't finish with the layup, but that was one of the prettiest plays I've almost ever seen here at the Hut. Yeah,
Bryce makes those incredible. He just sees the floor so well. He's unselfish and did a great job. Unfortunately, Chandler didn't finish that, but it was good to see those guys working the ball and playing through each other and playing off of each other. I thought not only we passed it into Bryce, we cut hard, we got movement, and it was fun to see.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Coach. So St. Francis survives, and we're going to host this Saturday, 3 p.m., the winner of Mount Vernon Naz and Huntington, as we're going to grab Chandler White real quick. Chandler finishing with a double-double. So Chandler White hopefully is going to come out and join us. He wasn't too happy about it. We played a great game. Last we checked, Bethel was up on Mount Vernon Naz. But Chandler, congratulations, a double-double. Great win here against Spring Arbor. Number one, coming out of halftime, you did a great job of scooping the kid up on the floor with all the Cougar basketball players coming out. Did you know him?
Yeah, that's my little cousin.
That's your little cousin?
Yeah.
Well, great job. Spring Arbor, man, these two teams combining to make 18 of 22 three-pointers to start this game. Just talk about that frantic pace there in the first half.
It was frustrating. They were hitting everything. We were going yellow on a lot of guys, which is going to the ball screen. So we tried to do that. That wasn't working. So then we started going over the ball screen, and that seemed to work a little bit better for us.
Entering tonight's game, St. Francis losers of 3 and 4, getting a big win, kind of a statement win here against Spring Arbor, even though they were playing without Zach Mettendorf. But this is a really good shooting team. Pretty much a statement victory here heading into Saturday's contest. Still not sure if it's Bethel or Mount Vernon, but how do you feel about the team's performance tonight and where we are right now in the tournament?
I think it's great. Played with a lot of energy tonight, a lot of urgency. Past 2 days we've been very focused, and just got to be focused the rest of the way out.
You're a junior, you got 1 year left with this team. Just talk about this senior leadership with the 4 seniors, Heinen, Henry, Linup, and Stephen Turner. How enjoyable of a season has this been for you?
It's been great. All 4 great leaders. We all hold each other accountable, and just trying to win out.
This coming Saturday, Mount Vernon Naz or Bethel, do you have a team that you would prefer to play? Obviously, the 2 bigs and Foreman and Gay Jott present quite a challenge with Bethel.
It's not really going to matter. We're just going to come out and play whoever we play, and, we're going to beat them, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, well, congratulations, Chandler White. An outstanding performance today for Chandler, and it's been an outstanding junior season for him as well, as this team has really been gelling. We're going to go up there and check the final score that Bethel and Mount Vernon Naz. Mount Vernon Naz held the lead pretty much the majority of the game. Bethel in the second half was really challenging them. Now the winner, no matter who it is coming here to the hut because St. Francis is a number 2 seed. Mount Vernon Naz is the 3 seed. And I'm going to get on the DAC stats real quick for you. Mount Vernon Naz up 80-76 over Bethel, so it looks like the Ohio Cougars will be coming to the hut. There's only 8 seconds remaining in that game. At Marion, it's 102-75 Wesleyan. So Wesleyan's going to win that one, and Huntington upsets Marion 102-90. So Huntington will travel to Indiana Wesleyan on Saturday. Mount Vernon Naz will come here to the hut to take on your Cougars. Folks, thanks so much for joining us once again. Leading St. Francis in scoring was Derek Heinen with 21 and Bryce Linnup with 21. Chandler White had 14 and 11, a double-double for White, and Lotzenheiser with 13 points. So 4 players in double-digit scoring for Spring Arbor. Tommy Hamilton with a season-high 26 points, might be a career high. Zedema with 19, Mettendorp with 13, and Mettendorp fouled out. Folks, thanks so much for joining us. My name was Jeff Mahoney. On camera was Matt Run. And until next time, this Saturday, 3 p.m., have a great rest of the week.